I know we've all heard about COVID-19, but have you heard of the COVID-20 or 25 or even 30? Whew, it's that weight we put on from quarantining or holidays or just eating too much good food. In this video, I'm going to run through my very first week on Nutrisystem. It's an as seen on TV product. Well, at least I've seen it on their as seen on TV ads. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below. That way you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. Oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to check down the description for my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me there too. Now, let's start this first week on Nutrisystem. All right, so I should say those initial price things that you see, whether it's $2.89 or $3.89 or whatever, if you build your own plan, make sure you know how many days worth of food you're getting. When I first ordered this, I think it was like $300 or maybe a little more than $300. And I realized it was only for 20 days. I'm like, what am I going to do for the other 10 days? Not eat? Is that how you lose weight? So I actually called up the company and said, hey, listen, what am I going to do for the other 10 days? So I actually had to order more food. So it went a little more expensive. I also opted to get the Nutri-Shakes and those like metabolism boosters to help, not be hungry all day long. So let's open up my frozen foods. I also did get some pre-packaged non-frozen foods, but I look at the frozen ones. And then I'm going to walk you through a typical day for me, and we'll talk about it, how my week went at the end. All right, let's open this biodegradable foam cooler to reveal all the food that I selected. Look at all that stuff. It's full. Of course, I love that they put the snacks right on top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to divide this up, snacks, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and put it in the freezer. But this is what it looks like. Typically, there is, it's right here at the top. There's some dry ice. You're definitely not supposed to touch that. It will burn you. To make it easy for me on week one, since there's only 1,000 calories allotted, I eat the same things pretty much all 3 meals. So I start with a orange cranberry muffin. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but it is filling, and I actually like it. This is one of the freezer items. Then about 2 hours later, I have my Nutri-Shake, and then a few hours later, I have lunch, and then maybe I have some vegetables during the day, and then I have dinner, of course, and later in the evening, I have snack. But this is the orange cranberry muffin. They have blueberry muffins and cinnamon muffins that I will alternate to, but everything within the 150 calories. So somewhere around 10:30 or 11, I grab my Nutri-Shakes, and what I do is I get a little bit of ice in my NutriBullet. I put 1 scoop in. I get another scoop in. And I let the scoops flow over a little bit. And then I grab my energy and metabolism thing that I opted for. Pour that in. Grab my water. I like to cover up all the powder I just did. I don't really have any kind of measurement. I just do it until I say, oh, that looks good. Well, then I put the top on here and I shake it. After making sure it gets all mixed up, I actually get my NutriBullet and I get blending. So, funny story. I thought I filmed what my Nutri-Shake looked like after it was done mixing, but I didn't. When I went to check my video, there was nothing there. Anyway, so I'll post a picture of what it looks like. What I typically like is it's a mix between a milkshake and a Frosty, so not too thick, not too thin, and I love it. And to be honest with you, it does curb my appetite through the day. I'm excited to have my very first Nutrisystem dinner, and I picked a cheese steak pizza. I've never seen what the pizza looks like, so I'm excited to try it out. I am a little disappointed by this. Don't let the portion size of this entree fool you. It's perfectly portioned for weight loss. Does that mean it's going to be a tiny pizza? I hope not. Well, I guess by the size of this box. All right, how do I open this? All right, so here we go. Open it up. Oh. It's just a little tiny thing. So I can tell that it has a microwave, little cardboard piece on here that I can microwave it, but the directions also tell me I can cook it in a toaster oven or oven. So I'm going to go heat it and eat it. All right, so week one is difficult. So here I am, day 3 of week 1. I am hungry, and I'm actually cooking some extra vegetables. Now, vegetables are free. You're allowed to have as much of them as you want. Difference is you're not supposed to have corn, and there's corn in there. There might be a little bit of carrots in there. I'd leave them in there, just don't tell anyone because I'm hungry. So I have some ginger in here, I have some garlic in here, and of course olive oil. I just let this cook and I eat this with my meal, and it really helps curb my appetite. They have a lot of different desserts you can try here. I'm just going to take a look at the chocolate brownie sundae cup. This looked really good on the website. And you know what? It doesn't look so bad there, but this thing looks dinky. I guess the whole portion size here. Let's try it real fast. Got some good chunks in there. It's actually pretty decent. So I'm actually on the last day of week 1. So I wanted to show you the app, at least here, because you see that I have 1,000 calories that I'm allocated to eat. And if I click on this little calendar up here, you can see that I've gone through Monday through Saturday, and today is Sunday. So now I will enter... Oh, yeah, I got hit. Okay. I will enter my food for the day. So there's 2 ways of doing this. One, you can actually just hit this NE, which means Nutrisystem Entree, and it'll automatically put something in. But if you notice, let me see, I'll zoom in here. This put 180 calories, and because I'm watching my calories for this first week pretty significant, I actually want to put in my cranberry orange muffin because it's definitely 30 calories less. See how it's only 150? So there I go. Now, for my protein shake, I'll have this. I typically either have chocolate or vanilla. Today I'll have chocolate, and so I log that. Come down here to lunch. I'm going to have probably a steak and cheese melt. So I'll just type in steak, and you can see it already populates up here. I'm going to log that. Come down here to my snack, and I'm not sure what I'm going to have, so I'll just click this Nutrisystem button. It registers 160 calories, which is the majority of the snacks. Now, if I choose an ice cream bar, the orange cream is only 90 calories, and the chocolate bar is 100, so I might go back and edit that. And then, of course, for dinner, I'm going to do the turkey medallions today. I alternate between that and pizza. Let's see, it's not on there yet. So I alternate between that and pizza throughout the week. All right, so sometimes entering the keywords doesn't pop up right away. So I had to actually start typing medallions because it's roasted turkey medallions. So now, if you're not able to find the food, you are able to scan in through your QR reader the QR code on an item, and it'll populate that way. So just so you know that. Let me type this in now, though. Roasted turkey medallions. I hit log it. All right, then I eat vegetables all during the day. So I just type the V's because right now these vegetables are free. You don't necessarily need to count the calories. And of course my water, I do all 64 ounces. So I don't always do this in the morning to set my day, but I don't like to forget. So there you have it. And you can see I have 80 calories left after I eat all of these snacks and foods during the day. In this video, we are outlining my first week on the Nutrisystem plan. And that 1,000 calories, that was crazy, but we're going to get to that in a second. So if you're interested in this plan, the website does have a lot of food options, and there's actually a lot of options for you to choose. You can pick your own menu. You can let Nutrisystem pick the menu for you. I opted to pick my own menu because I'm not a fan of like pastas or those cups of rice and those. I just don't like those things. So I went through and I picked my own meals. I stuck to the muffins and the turkey sausage muffins for breakfast. And then, you know, there's the cookies, and of course there's ice cream and pizzas and turkey medallions, etc. Those are the kind of things that I stuck to. But realistically, the proof is in the pudding. What happened from the beginning of the week to the end? I'll tell you what. When I stepped on the scale at the end of my first week and I looked down and I saw I lost 10 pounds. You heard that right, 10 pounds. I was like, what? I actually had to step off and do it again because something was wrong with that scale. No, 10 pounds. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then I thought back of my week. 1,000 calories a day is no joke. It was tough. Some days I just wanted to eat whatever I could find. And so you really need to take advantage of eating all the vegetables that you want, the certain ones they list that are appropriate and are okay. Drinking the water is important. And plus those Nutri-Shakes that curb your appetite, those are very, very important. But at the end of that first week, I was excited about the results and moving on to week 2. So this was my review of Nutrisystem, at least my first week. I will do a wrap up at the end of the month. I just wanted you to see the progress thus far. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. And just like that, after your first week, you get a congratulations, you did it. Now, You can choose to go on to the Nutrisystem program, or you can stay on your first week. If you stay on your first week, it means you stay to that 1,000 calorie mark, but I'm going to continue on to the program because, well, my calories increased and I'm hungry. So now you see at the top here, instead of having 1,000 calories per day, I now have 1,500 calories per day. So that just means more snacks throughout the day. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review or walkthrough of my first week on the Nutrisystem plan. You know what? During this week, cooking my vegetables, I use that hex-clad pan that I reviewed not that long ago. And although it's getting a little more difficult to clean each time, I still love the pan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link that original review right up here. And I would love it if you would click on this link. And by the magic of the internet, when you click right here, I'm going to join you at that review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.